Number 17 tells us that NP bisects angle MNO. Okay. What is the measure of MP? Okay. Um, so this is what this is considered the angle bisector theorem. Okay. And so when you have an angle bisector, it's been proven that the corresponding lengths of the triangles are proportional. Okay, so that means MP is proportional to OP, and that MN is proportional to NO. Okay, so this is just going to be x over 8 is equal to 15 over 12. Okay, just remember, now I could have written this as 8 over x equals 12 over 15. All right, just make sure whatever, so I started with the values from triangle MNP on top. So all of my values from that triangle have to remain on top. That's why 15's on in the numerator and not 12. Now 15 over 12, obviously you can just, if you have a calculator, you can just cross multiply and divide by 12. But I do recognize the fact that 15 over 12 is both divisible by 3. So that's the same as 5 over 4. And now the reason I do this is because now I have smaller numbers to work with. So what I have is 4x equals 40. And when I divide by 4, x is going to equal 10. They were not, because remember, a bisector means to cut in half or into two smaller congruent pieces. If that was the case, that MP would have also had a value of 8, and that is not true. Okay. So here, again, they want to know which equation can be used to solve for x. And just looking at the triangle, we have the height is 5 over 2. The hypotenuse, 6 over x. Now I can flip these. I could also write this as 2 over 5 is equal to x over 6. Either way, you'll notice that the cross product is the same. So x over 6 is equal to 2 over 5. Yeah, it went with this one, this particular proportion. So that's your answer there. And number 19, it relates back to question 17 and that angle bisector theorem. Okay, so it tells you here that AOB is congruent to BOC, so we know OB is an angle bisector. The question is, will point B be a midpoint of AC if those two angles are congruent? And based on question number 17 that we solved, so with an angle bisector, these two, AB is not congruent to BC. So therefore, it would not be a midpoint because the side lengths, like with all other similar figures, are proportional.